Are we live? Are we live in the neighborhood? It is springtime and sunny, not a cloud in the sky. Waiting to see if we're coming over to the YouTube side. Wake it up, YouTube. And let's see if we are there. Yes, we are. Make sure the sound is getting out because Streamlabs just did an update. Hello, Mew. How are you, Priscilla? Regular Joe Travels. What's going on, Regular Joe and McDave? Good to see you, Margie. Do. I fell into that burning ring of fire. Mouse Toes, long time no see. And Dancing Dawn and Shimei. Yeah. New toy today. Is a burning thing. Woo! I fell down that burning ring of fire. Yes, yes, yes. Let me tell you the big news today, guys. I'm on top of the world. The weather is good. I know I got to get my, it's been years. Hey, Jody, it's good to see Mouse Toes. I'm really excited to see Mouse Toes and Lisa Ann and Cindy Lou. Jody Savini, the official thumbnailographer, good to see you. I can't believe it's not my guitar. My guitar was long gone years ago. Teeny, how are you? Miss Fix-It, Elaine, good to see you. Keep going. I'm too lousy. It's been too many years, guys. I'm just doodling around a little bit. My fingers are raw. What's up, Stony? Mustang Sally Girl, I replied to your comment. I was checking. You do have content on your channel, which is great. Let me make sure this, because I get a lot of people write me, Sally Girl, because I don't really remember you being on the channel before, but I'm excited you're here. Streamlabs did some kind of update here. I don't know, what a mess. Holy, oh, I'm great, really? Swigging on bear broth. There you go. Who would have known? Probably my biggest travel video. Besides another Friday night in Tijuana will be that jailhouse video down in Tijuana. It's good to see everybody. And it just goes to show you, I didn't go to the jailhouse. I didn't visit the jailhouse. We didn't drive there. Time was too short. But it shows you what you can accomplish with Google and some of the tools and a few things you can put yourself together. Nice little videos about things. So yeah, I'm excited to see, oh, it hurts the fingers. I'm excited to see Mouse Toes too, Kevin. It takes good care of, yeah. Got to build up those calluses. I'll bet. I'm happy to finally say hello. Jackie Blue, how you doing, honey? Jackie related. It's like, Jackie, you don't ever get in trouble when you're away. Hey, Maggie, gone with the Kales. Good to see you guys. I scored my $50. Yeah, it was. Didn't you love some of the comments? Steve C, how you doing, mate? Didn't you love some of the comments in that I put? It's like it was a great stay. The food was excellent. These people leave half beaten to death and everything, and they still have a sense of humor. Well, thank you, Dawn. I fell into that burning ring of fire. Burn, 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 and the flame desire. Burn, 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 ring of fire. Ring of fire. Woo! Yeah, I'm going to have some fun. If everybody else has fun with guitars, why in the hell can't I too? So, yeah, special welcome tonight to Mouse Toes. You've definitely been missed over here. It's good to see you, Sonny. Honey, did I sneak a nail file into a tray of tamales? No, but I did. Yeah, do the vlog in the form of a song. You see what this here? This is my original song I'm working on for my last visit out of Mexico, which was crossing back over the border, which was so, how would I put this, guys? It was so earth-shatteringly PTSD inducing that it's not often I've felt compelled to write a song and go out and get a guitar and all that. Well, thank you, honey. The only question, I don't know how Dolly Parton ever holds a guitar. I am so big at the front end, and it's almost like playing a dobro down here, you know? It's a son of a bitch story. It's a son of a gun. Hey, Cindy, how are you, babe? Good to see you. The beautiful Cindy Talks has arrived. Well, thank you, Mrs. Kellogg. I appreciate that. So I'm happy to have it. I finally had a few spare dollars today, and I decided to go back to my favorite pawn shop. And man, I'm walking down. They have a $2,500 Martin guitar. Okay, $2,500. Yeah, hey man, can you wrap that for me and maybe throw in some strings with that? Can you believe this guy? And I don't know where in the hell he threw in a pack of strings for me. Yeah, get your creative juices going. Hey, Darlene, Dolly has boulders in front. So do I, man. 38 D D D D. I mean, it's a real struggle to. I got to get used to playing from a distance here, right? Right, tour of a Mexican prisoners. Well, I'm telling you, I'll tell you what, a tour of a Mexican prison. I already wrote the letter today to the, I think they call him the Generalissimo of the facility there, because I would like to get a tour. And, telling them my channel and that I enjoy Mexico very much, and might be an opportunity to educate some people. Besides the stories of people getting the living hell beaten out of them and dining with rats every night and lice and all that, it might be a different story. But you guys got to remember, the main Tijuana at 8th, they called it Ochoa for 8th, on 8th Street, was bulldozed to the ground. Okay, that one is gone. There's Melissa. Who were your heroes when you were growing up? I would say Johnny and Ines. Johnny and I's Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson, Cal Ripken was a little bit after my time. Dave McNally, the first pitcher to ever hit a grand slam in a World Series game. Diamond Jim Palmer, of course, one of the handsomest guys to ever throw a baseball in the Hall of Fame, and the youngest pitcher ever to throw a World Series shutout against, I believe, Sandy Koufax. Yeah, playing from a distance. Me and my boobies. Hey, Andrew, hope you're feeling better. Bring a fire. Burn, burn, burn. It is burn, burn, burn. Bring a fire. Hey, Rick. I like Rick Review, just always posts Rosie whenever he sees my videos and everything. So it's good to see everybody tonight. I know I'm a little early. I've got a lot of stuff to, I hold it in my chest. It's like, really? God almighty. It's like, how does Dolly, I'm just thinking about Dolly Parton today, and I was going to ask the guy, how does she hold this thing? How does she hold that thing? Ramona. I hear the wedding bells are ringing. Ramona, soon at your side I'll be singing. Ramona, la da dee da la 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 la. Oh, Ramona, do come back to me. I left you in a Mexican jail. An opposite twist on the story. That's really awesome, Cindy. Your grandpa got to play with Johnny Cash one time. He played the fiddle. Oh, yeah. I'm like the what was Johnny Cash's Rosalind Cash? What the hell was Johnny Cash's name? Hello. Don't delete Sergio. I met him in Sergio Perdóname. I met Sergio as my amigo in Tijuana, and he went to the Panteon, the graveyards of Mexico. And we ran into him when he's also a street streamer in Mexico. So he goes out to graveyards and things like that. He is a friend of mine. He doesn't really speak English too much, and my Spanish is basically illiterate. But I want to definitely welcome. I've had picked up a lot of Sergio Bienvenidos on my channel. Con mucho gusto. To bienvenido, Vente. I'm very grateful that you came here. He's really a nice guy. Yeah, he was unharmed, but he is a really good friend. And one of the greatest things about traveling is you meet people and fellow live streamers. How about the guy in the OXO store who helped me put the SD card in? Yeah, Sergio, bienvenidos. My amigo desde Mexico. He was done. He's in Tijuana, and he goes out to what they call the Panteon, and I went to Panteon Numero Uno, which was the oldest one. So he is in Tijuana, and I'm happy to have him as a friend, as well as Danny at the OXO store. He took a half hour to make sure my data worked okay. He didn't just throw a damn SIM card across the counter, so I'm very happy. So, Sergio, con mucho gusto. Nosotros, bienvenido, whatever. Welcome. You can imagine they love me in Mexico. They didn't understand a damn thing that I said, but they love me down there. How you doing, Eddie? How you doing? Ignotramus? I'm not sure who in the hell that is, but it's nice to, in honor of Sergio. Yeah, please sub up Sergio, you guys. If somebody could put a link to Sergio's channel. Remember, Sergio's not a millionaire, so the date is what it is that he has. But it's nice to support fellow streamers, and he goes out to the graveyards and things like that. Okay. Oh, señorita, I love you so. Did you hear about Scottish's Linda daughter? I didn't hear about that. How you doing, Em? Yeah, check out Sergio. It made my cat jump in despair. Tupac, how you doing? Let me give a shout out to Tupac too. It's another guy that Tupac's on the edge. But I find Tupac highly entertaining. He might make an off comment about girls with you know what, but I think he's got a great heart. And he took the time to do a video, his video of a radio he has at his home in Canada. And I'll tell you, Tupac, I was very, very appreciative of that. And I told you I'd shout you out tonight and say thank you very much for that. And Tupac is somebody that I think has some very funny live streams. He's a very colorful guy. Don't tune in there and think that you're watching Captain Kangaroo or Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, okay? But he is, I don't know, he hits all the notes with me. So Elmer, yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna have fun. I used to play pretty well. Sergio watching my channel in Tijuana. Hey Sergio, de nada, mi amigo. Next time in Mexico, comida, I buy you dinner, okay? So I can't wait to see Sergio again. So that's the best part of traveling. I'm telling you, is meeting new friends on the road and seeing cool places like that. Having a Corona. Hey, darling, how goes the battle? It's okay. So I'm gonna ask one of my moderators to please drop a link to Tupac's channel, and if you would sub him up. He does a lot of morning and afternoon and into the evenings. I don't see him doing too many late night streams, but you might enjoy it. And he's touched me in a lot of ways. Not everybody, you go on a live stream and hey man, would you mind doing this for me? Oh yeah, I'll do it. Well, the damn guy cranks out the video for me. And a pretty cool looking radio with all lit up with the neon and all that. And I appreciate that. There's the sugar. I guess we all have beer tonight. Yeah, gracias, Mouse Toes. Yeah. We will let him know again through the channel their next return to T1. Hey, Jacob, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, the guitar makes it. Right, right. City girls just seem to find it early. Down the open doors with just a smile. It's your man, she and dress up all in one style. Sergio says he loves me. So we'll have a lot of fun. My fingers are just hella raw from just goofing around a little bit today. I want to write an original composition about San Ysidro and crossing the. I'm not good, Tupac. I'm the furthest thing from good. I'm about as bush league on a guitar. I mean, you listen to people like Whiskey OG and the Bergs and Mark Terry, and these guys have really really good training. Never knew, Jackie. Sugarcane. What can't you do? Sergio asked Mouse Toes maybe to put my email in the side chat para Sergio mi email and escribe una email a me and I will return on that. So, hey, Ritas, how are you? You don't think you love me anymore? No, I'm a rank amateur. I've been lifting that burning ring of fire. Down, 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 no, I ain't no master of all trades. Good to see you, Scott Clark. How are you doing? Sarah, thank you. Can you share some with me? I'm sure you're more beautiful than I am. Hey, Bella Grace. Darlene, if you have not seen, I did put a composite video together. I've never done one of these before about the Tijuana jail down there. And you might enjoy seeing, look, it's not like they're open for tours, okay? It's a place where it's probably, despite the fact that La Ochoa has been taken down, the notorious one, this is a pretty badass place down here. And like I said, I wrote the superintendent of that facility today to see if I could get, a letter of introduction to maybe get a tour down there for next time. If not, we were able to, through Google, to look around on the outside and then do some of the reviews from some of the guests that it stayed in that facility. I don't really play. If you call this playing, Noreen, it's pretty junky, but we'll see. So check that out if you haven't seen that. Um, I think it turned out to be a pretty fun video. You need a steel guitar so you can play it on your lap, right? Promote their use of Maggie. Yeah, well, that's good, Barkson. We'll figure that. The musical selection. Well, thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm glad to have this. My fingers are torn up. I've got a lot of stuff to go over tonight. I know I've talked to Chris a couple times. Over the last couple days, people asking me if we're planning anything. I'm tentatively thinking we might be meeting down in Yuma. Um, uh, I'd like to go over and get a little dental cleaning and stuff done over in Los Algodones over there. Get my teeth tended to a little bit. Oh, well, okay, Tupac. Yeah, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tupac. Happy birthday to you. Ooh. So I'm thinking Los Algodones. What's up, Clearsky? I haven't seen you in a minute or two. Good to see. No, I don't. I want my fingers to get calluses on them. Andrew Scott, if you wear finger guards, they become a crutch for you to use. So after about a week or so, then you get good calluses on the tips of your fingers, and it's all good. Yeah, Tupac's a youngin'. The other thing I like about Tupac, he owns his stuff. He's not hesitant to talk about his past and things like that. And I always say it's not where you were, it's where you are today that really counts. So I really, I really admire that. What's up, Daddy Helmick? Nice to see you. So, will it come to pass? Because, Chris has never been outside of the country before, and I don't think Los Algodones is a very tame town, but it's not the kind of place that you want to just go solo into a border town your first time in. Especially people might think you're a bumpkin, or if you come in yourself. So it would be probably good to kind of shepherd him in there and show him around, so at least he could tell people. Mil besos, Sergio. So at least he could have some understanding of what the hell's going on over there. Hey, Judy, how are you? Where I am today kind of sucks. Man, it's getting beautiful over here today. Just gorgeous. Ooh. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a country road. Take me on to the I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice sing that morning after she goes. Radio reminds me of my home away. Driving down the road again, feeling like I should have been gone yesterday. Thank you, everybody. That was pain. That was damn painful. What's up, hipster? How you doing, baby doll? Come on, baby doll. How you doing tonight? I wish I could hang out with my sis. She's in South Carolina. There's nothing like sisters, is there? So It was good to finally, several years ago I got in a little bit of a cash crunch. This sounds like the start of a country song, doesn't it? And I found my way over to the store. I had to pawn my guitar. Well, that was a sad day. Sounds like a David Allan Coe song, doesn't it? Well, today I came back and I claimed the guitar. And no, it wasn't my guitar. It was a hell of a guitar. You know why? Because it was mine. Hipster! Yeah, thumbs up for appreciate it, guys. Yeah, Dickless says my ears are bleeding. I hear. I got somebody that's straight up in the audience there. Oh, I'm not. I ain't nothing, Jackie. Um, but it was shelved. I mean, it's a junky thing, but it's in my budget. I think I paid $50. I think it was racked for like $82. And if you've ever bought at pawn shops, don't ever pay the listed ticket. Okay. I usually shave about 30% off of that. Yeah, well, thank you, Tupac. I appreciate that. Mustang Sal, I used to play the violin guitar, not as much since my neck surgery, still sing. And I might say that Sally is a content creator, so you want to check her channel out. And then Sergio, for those of you who just came into the chat, Sergio is a gentleman I met who is a live streamer like me in Tijuana. And we met him on the Avenida de Revolucion, and he was a really nice guy, and we shared out our channels and things like that. I'm thrilled to start to have a few international people on the channel. Oh, well, thank you, Lindsay. Do you like Loretta Lynn? Yeah, thank you, Dickless. You're sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, I made it back safe from Tijuana, that border crossing. Look at me, guys. I'm writing a damn song about it. All right. There's 3.5 hours of my life I'll never get back again. Rolled chicken. Are you still drinking those Michelob Ultras? What's up, skunk? Are you still playing the drinking? I don't really drink too much anymore. I try to restrict my drinking to when I'm outside traveling or maybe walking and get a couple beers because I find if you start to drink at home too much, it kind of gets to be a habit and stuff. So, okay, sugarcane. Yeah, I know I'm on much earlier tonight than I usually. So, yeah, so check out Sergio. Give him a little love over there. He doesn't have the best. There's a lot of pixelation and things like that but the guy's out there, he's trying. He's getting it done. And I want to support him. Is to description. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe somebody could post my email on there. Sergio may email as in me about page on YouTube. So, no, I don't. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let's see what I got so far. I only got the first liners. I don't know. I can't even read my writing. I'm gonna sing a story about a night spent away in a Tijuana town down in Mexico way. Okay. Okay. That's the start of it. All right. I really suck, man. I really suck. I'm embarrassed. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't learn. Well, if you can read my scratch, you can read anything on planet Earth. The school sisters of Notre Dame would be appalled if they saw the collapse of my penmanship. Okay, remember, in my day, we started on fountain pens. A lot of you don't even know what the hell they are. Okay, with the little tubes of ink that we would squirt on each other and all of that. Cindy wouldn't know that. Cindy Talks wouldn't know that. She wouldn't absolutely know that. So I think it's going to be a good song when it's done. It's going to be a good song. It's already got that good classic storytelling, approach to it. It'll be a lot of fun. It might take a week or two, but it will be fun. And then I think I'll put it to the video. I'll put the, I think I'll put it as the music for the video there. Oh, you buying a single when it's released? Oh, Stony says my Catholic high school is shutting down. Good riddance. Hey, Sergio, de nada, mi amigo. De nada. It's nothing. Okay, how you doing, Robert? And a lot of you, you know, hablar español, mucho, uh, many of you speak Spanish, so you may enjoy Sergio's content. Mine got condemned. Hey, James, how are you? Angus. Yeah, yeah, well, Cindy, you look like you're turning about 40, okay? 39, 40. Let's keep it real. Good night, Tupac. Thanks for popping in tonight. And if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up button, it's most appreciated. Thank you. If you've gone to, I might doodle off a few other things on guitar. I don't know tonight. My fingers are pretty raw. The first couple days out are terrible. So what is coming up? The next, thinking maybe Sunday or Monday, I'm going to be taking off to the bosses. He said there's a lot more things to show you down there as they complete the project. Let's see. Yep, I remember fountain pens. I have a special point for left-handers. There you go. You speak a little French, huh? So, Jan, yeah, you know, we're about the same age, and I sure as hell remember I couldn't believe it when the school sisters put our first ballpoint pens in the hand. It was like, this is just amazing, right? This was fascinating to us, right? And we're, you know, there go the fountain pens, and they were Zahner Bloser or some kind of thing with big cartridges, blue ink, and people, you know, you see guys and girls walking around with blouses with exploded blue blobs, like they were in a paintball thing, you know, like they'd been playing paintball or something like that. Oh, Darla, thank you. Your Schaefer fountain pen. They had the Parker, and they still have Mont Blanc, some very expensive fountain pens and things. Red Roadrunner, how you doing, sweetie? Jan, I don't think so. I don't think so, honey. But yeah, I still remember all that. It was really weirdly shaped ballpoint pen. It was, I don't know. I guess it was for clumsy little hands or something like that. Well, thank you, Cindy. That's awful sweet of you. Yeah, we did learn cursive. Yeah, started in first grade. A, B, following, following the little dots, right? C, and we got graded on what they called penmanship, you know, and things like that in those days. How you doing, Cajun Kev? And hey, Riza, how you doing, sweetie pie? I remember at Christmas time that Kimberly Starr sent Chris, both Chris and I, his stuff is still sitting over here. Beautiful Christmas card, and I could not believe how, you know, it was almost like old school penmanship to see that in there. Yeah, saludos from Mexico. Yep, that's Sergio saying hello from Mexico. Hello from Mexico. Oh, well, thank you, Darla. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not, let me get to the other things. So I did get a guitar today. I'm happy about that. I just want to enjoy it. I don't want to get deep into it, but I've always, you know, first instrument I think I learned was guitar, and then on to clarinet. And I mean, the clarinet just, you don't sound like you have a whole full sound behind you when you play clarinet. Plus, if you play a clarinet on the street, people want to give you a 5150 takedown, a whole, you know, a lockup. You just don't see a lot of clarinet people. Well, there is no more cursive anymore. No more, but I think it should be taught. How you doing, Joseph? Good to see you. Titas Grande. Yes, that's what they call me in Mexico. Titas Grande. The big boobs. How you doing, hot RV living? Roadrunner says, I taught for 25 years. It's sad because kids love to learn cursive. Well, you can see my writing collapsed. Yeah. Got their vaccine inoculations today. I hope they don't die. I got mine, Scott. I'm still alive. I'm still alive to tell about it. That's for sure. I haven't fallen off yet, so I'm in good shape. I'm in good shape. So, yeah, this thing is called. It's called a PV. It's not that. It's really tearing my fingers. What does the border closed mean exactly? What does that mean? How long ago did I get what? I got my first shot the 19th of January or 21st of January, and I got my second shot, I believe it was the 19th of February of the Moderna. So, skunk ape. Can you imagine skunk ape in school? Yeah, if those fell off, broke both of your feet, exactly. You got your first most dose of Moderna. That's what I did. Yeah, I played clarinet in a little bit too, Jody. Sounds good in the band, but I ain't no Benny Goodman, right, or anything like that. They put a print on the chrome, no more bouquets, just one case with the chrome, yeah. Got your second shot today, feeling fine. You play a Fender. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I just got the cheapest one I could find in there today. But it's like anything else, camera gear, guitars, instruments. Unless you're a really top level player, you're probably wasting your time on a really fancy thing that you'll be interested for a month or two, and then it'll sit for a year or two. Then you'll pick it up again, and it'll sit. It's just not. I don't have the money to pop into that. You can make some extra money on Fremont Street, huh? How do you mean that? Hmm? I have to put my red, white, and blue. Put my red, white, and blue onesie out there. Yeah, the flute is elegant, and when you play the flute, you're a flautist. You're not a flutist. You're a flautist. Let's make sure to get that right. Yeah, it's all right, Noreen. You know. Yeah, get in that circle. Sergio, I'm hoping in June to come back down to might be sooner if I take Chris down. It might be Abril, Sergio, and Abril. Yeah, Naked Cowgirl Road. Rustle them cattle, put them on the hill, grab them by the hand, knock them in the. Yeah, the Naked Cowgirl. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the near destination, always slip sliding away. Yeah, Abril, yes, Sergio, C. Abril. So, Jennifer N, how are you? We got the boss has arrived. The boss asked me this afternoon, text me what's going on. I said I bought a pawn shop guitar, and his response is LOL. It's like, really? Take Chris to Hong Kong, huh? They might take him to China or something, yeah. hunger for a long return. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Oh, Joseph, I can play pretty much a lot of stuff by ear. I love Jim Croce. It's a shame that how many good singers we died in plane crashes. Patsy Cline, the Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly, and oh man, it's just unbelievable. Red, wait, with me. Do you still play what, Priscilla clarinets? I just bought back. It wasn't my guitar. My guitar was long gone. I think I pawned a Yamaha. So that was a while ago though. So love the facial expression, and you can tell your mind is being in it. That's it. Yeah. Or else I'm high, Craig. I'm high on your Dunkin' Donuts coffee, right? The Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Um, Chris would forever love you for a trip by then a stop at the Hong Kong for the Johnston flute. There we go. Yeah, Patsy Cline. Yeah. Yep, the Patsy Cline. Crazy. I'm crazy. Got to have a capo for that one. I like all the cats. Sweet dreams of you. Mama. Yeah, I got to work on some. I got to work on. I got nothing in my repertoire, guys. It's an empty tank. I got nothing. I got nothing. Got nothing. Skunk Ape. Leonard Skinner. Yeah, I don't sound like Leonard Skinner's gone. Hey Teresa, how you doing? Playing an instrument is therapeutic. It's also, yeah, I go out walking crazy. I'm crazy for feeling. Yeah, playing an instrument is also very good for helping to ward off a decline in your mental state and things, as is learning a foreign language, right? So at least that's what they tell me. But Skunk Ape will have to verify that. He'll have to verify that for he'll have to verify that. It is very therapeutic. Yeah, a whole lot of Rosie. That's it. I enjoy John Denver. I'd like to get some oh God, I can't Kate Wilson. I don't know. She did a lot of folk stuff. She unfortunately died of breast cancer very young. She did Across the Great Divide. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years go, I can't say. Gone, done, and gone, oh, they're gone away to yesterday. Power Up is a good album. Realizing Wild Reputation is just as good. I don't know if any of you noticed that I spent quite a bit of time last night rejigging the gateway page to my channel. I wanted something a little more clean looking, and there was something that would fit your cell phones more properly. My last thing was all screwed up looking. Okay, I just wanted something black and white, very clean, and I don't know why I just chose that image of that shadow. Because that's one of the things you guys know that I love doing the most is going out there and streaming, especially at nighttime and all that. So I use that shadow on the wall of the international symbol of evening chooching out there. So I put that in there. And for those of you who watch on television, you'll have the whole experience of all the photos that are in the makeup. And for different devices, they have the tablets look different and desktops and phones. So, well, thank you, Angus. I'm just trying to kind of streamline a little bit I think it's good. I added the Mexico videos now to a playlist down below. I went through my playlists on my channel. I knocked out some older ones and put in some fresh ones, highlighting more of the vintage audio and the travels and adventures, the cinematic restaurant reviews on the road, which is going to be a real fixture of the channel. And I hope if you guys haven't seen the couple times that we went out to eat our evening meal in Mexico, it was a lot of fun. So, well, thank you. Hello from the Bronx. How you doing, Brian? How you doing? So change is good. Don't let your stuff stagnate. So now when you come to the page, I think it's more kind of eye catching. You see me, with the picture, or you don't see it on the cell phone, but the picture of me like home alone, and then on the right hand side you've got the shadow of the cell phone and the hat and everything walking around. So something a little. John Prine, I loved John Prine, Paradise, and the when he would sing with Irish Dement, that was great stuff. So how you doing, Brian? Pilot wanted to go on that she won Grammys and working with Rose over the viola. Let's do Mesquite, Nevada, Casablanca, and some golf. Are you a big golfer guy? Hot RV living guy? Are you a big golfer? I'm more of the girl to bring you the drink in the golf cart because I drove a ball off the instep of my ankle bone. Don't ask me how I shanked it and shattered that. Still got a few floating bits in there. So my days of pivoting and swinging are long gone. Long gone these days, I can guarantee you that. So, but Mesquite is a place that I would like to visit. So the channel has officially been updated, all the playlists and things like that. And I would ask you guys if there's something that you enjoy. Just hit your share button on the social media and things like that. That helps a lot. How you doing, James and Charlie Brown? How you doing tonight? So I'm really happy about the way that it turned out. I like that very clean kind of look on there, and I think it presents better. So. Saying sure love golf, Chooch and golf. Everyone loves the 19th hole. Exactly. Good to see you. Good to see you, James NorCal, dude. I hope that you're doing good, my local casino pal. So that's been done. Since I'm feeling really good these days. I'm feeling really good. I'm finding myself being a lot more productive with spring coming, and I've kind of changed some things on the channel here. I love streaming, but I've told you guys before, in my opinion, that streaming can be a comfortable trap to fall into for a couple reasons. Number one, and trust me, nobody loves hanging out with people more than I do. I think I make friends easily. I made new friends in Mexico, as you can see this evening. But YouTube has now become two different things, and it's taken me a while to really realize this on my channel. Hitting that live button is the easiest thing in the world to do. Okay, but what I noticed also was when I was going live constantly on trips and things. Then once again, I love going live. And some places like graveyards, cemeteries, nighttime shoots, you got to be live. You got to have people there with you. Okay, I mean, you got to have it. But the problem is, thank you, hot RV living guy. Thank you. I found my creative drive, my ambition to keep pushing forward with cinematography and with travel and with adventuring was starting to be kind of crushed down because it's so easy to hit that live button, but you're not really forcing yourself to get the maximum that you can. out of your travels, like being hyper focused on the scenes and capturing parts of life and Tijuana and bringing you guys so many different experiences from the border wall. I mean, how many people ever have a chance to look in from the Mexico side into the U.S. there? And it just fascinated me. And to take another ride into a Friday night in Tijuana and take the time to put some nice, see how I still say Tijuana, and find those exciting streets to go down and to sit in the back seat of that gritty cab with those dirty windows. It just the atmosphere, the atmosphere. I just can't describe enough. Thank you, Teresa. I just can't. Thank you, Priscilla. I appreciate that. And if you enjoyed, share that with people. I think they'll enjoy it too. And I guess this is really sounding stupid, but my soul felt fed again. Like I felt like I came full circle. And let me reiterate once again, I'm not leaving live streams. I just want to try to migrate them over to the Rosie Murphy channel where possible over there. Except things like, night choo-choos and things where you definitely want to be live with the big audience out on, Oakland or something like that. But this is the first time I've traveled in a long time that I just felt, wow, I felt so invigorated. Everything was thank you, Ghost. Everything was such an explosion of color in Mexico. And it's just like, wow, this is life, la vida, and it's like, it's not money. Money doesn't have anything to do with it. We made a wrong turn in Tijuana. And Kevin and I, yeah, we saw some pretty horrendous messes out there on the hills of Tijuana. But at no point in time in all of our travels did we ever see anybody that was miserable out there, which is pretty amazing because it's truly not at its basic level very materialistic. It's all family oriented, which I absolutely love. Yeah, like the night choo-choos and things like that. Thank you. I don't know Yitzhak. I can't remember what he told me about. I just can't remember. I don't know. I have no idea yet. I mean, he told me, but it just totally slipped my mind. Let's see. Jacob said, "I imagine you get your creativity with the edited content like a good wheel, and it makes it." Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you go live, and that goes into the can, it's fun for that night or two. But man, when you take time to really edit something up and pick out the music and you go through 50, 60 clips to find out which ones are going to fit and the order that you want them to go in, you really feel like you really think that you've brought value to the YouTube platform. And in my heart, I believe that YouTube really rewards if you're interested in growing a channel, which let's face it, okay, not that many people are. Most people are here for fun, for the entertainment, and I like that. Without people that are watching, YouTube would be nothing. It'd just be what I call, pardon the expression, it'd be a circle jerk of content creators. That would be it. Okay. So it's really nice to have an audience that is with you on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, I think that's getting back to my roots of 2013, 14, 15, 16 has really, really been mentally healthy for me. Because I tell you, except for my father passing away, and I took 3 days off from YouTube out of respect and everything else, and a desire to mourn and things like that. I've been on here every single day except November 18th of 2013. You can sort of start to lose it, after a while. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Art is strongly ingrained in the emotion. You have a passion for cinematic storytelling. It is. It is. When I tried to tell somebody recently that contacted me about my feelings about videography and my feelings about cinematography in particular, um, I everybody does their own thing, and this person just insists in walking around and just whipping the camera and just nonstop something behind me just turn, and it's a nice person. But you mentioned that music and some editing and things like that, and the person almost goes ballistic. I'm not here to do that. Well, dude, what are you here to do? I don't know. It's another case of just hitting that live button and whipping it around. Plus, let's face it, on a lot of what really was the truth teller when I got to Tijuana and I got that Telcel SIM card and I popped that thing into my Galaxy S10 and I went live. I had better quality down there than I have here with Verizon. I'm looking back at the playback, and some of my videos with are just pixelated like a mess, right? And I thought you're not bringing people the quality experience, of live streaming and things like that, unless you can really bring content and things. Yeah, Jennifer, and I'm looking forward to that. I am. Both Rosie and I are amongst many other are banned. I'm not banned from Kev's channel, Yitzhak, but I do notice this, Yitzhak, since I've been talking to Kev TV, this might be a sticking point, Yitz, and I like you. You're funny as hell. Kev was in the IP2 network. He's still in IP2, but he wasn't happy, okay? Because number one, a lot of the content that was on IP2 did not appeal to him at a very basic level of being satisfying to his soul. Using people that are a little off for content. Playing mean tricks on people and stuff like Kev wasn't comfortable with that stuff. And when I talked to Kev about my opinions, my thoughts, and he asked me, these are just my opinions about what do you think the issue is. I said, Kev, you're probably better off trying your hand at creating more recorded content. And you know what's happened? If you've noticed, his views per video and his sub base is rising. Okay? And if you talk to Kev now compared to 4 months ago, is he happier now? Yeah, I think he is happier. Oh, Secret Tunnels. Yeah, Kev TV's great. He's a nice guy. I like him. And there's Chef too. Um, he's very zen. He's very easy to hang out with. And his IP2 is it's a stream. It's a network of streamers. I was on it for a little while, but I got tagged as having my chats were too moderated and just didn't fit the IP2. Now I'm on Top Shelf Travel Network, which is a lot more fitting to where I like to be on Top Shelf Travel Network. So. Cab is a man. His mods are yeah. Yeah. You're right. I did get banned on Cav's chat. And I was like, son of a bitch, I can't even post. I had to go to Tito Danino's channel and tell Tito I'm banned on Kev's channel. Right? Kev's like, what the hell? So yeah, you're right. I apologize, Yitch. You're right. I was banned over here. You're exactly right. So I told him, yes, he is Shimei. I told that girl Sue and Hi. I told him, he asked me about moderators and things like that. I said, keep your moderator core very slim and keep it stable. Have people that you absolutely trust 100%, even if they got pissed off at you and were so mad at you that they wanted to come roll a stick of dynamite under that. They wouldn't sabotage your channel. Okay. Now I said, can you think of 3 or 4 people like that? And he said, I'll have to think about that. You know? But he's also realized that with the recent growth spurt that he's had and things like that, he also realizes that traveling, putting up content, recorded content is really a real key on YouTube, and it probably always will be. So we love, the storage wars. Yep. Hey, yep. I hated that guy. I love Brandy. That was the one I liked. Brandy, let's open a few storage lockers. And my email is right on my about page. I can make it like new@gmail.com. I don't use Instagram for any messaging at all. I really just post pictures once a week or one a week or something. So IP2 is a subsect of YouTube. No, it's not. It's a separate organization that has a website, and then it just shows who's live and who went live and how many hours ago. It's not really my cup of tea. I find it a very very lacking in breadth and things. And I think that it gets very stale a while, and people are always getting kicked off of YouTube and Twitch and all that kind of stuff. So I don't need to live my life like that. GoPro Hero 10. Just kept eating with his wife and son. Yeah, so cute. So yeah, I like my mods. They're really stable. They're the backbone of this channel. Charlotte was banned for a while, right? Live streamer network of channels. So yeah, she knows how to keep her hobby in tow. I've noticed just in the last couple of weeks that I've kind of concentrated more on, rejigging the gateway to the channel and updating playlists and trying to really up my recorded content. I realize they're not going to be the view counts immediately that you see with live streams and things like that. But there's two very important things that fall out of it. I felt good about a lot of live streams that I've done over the years. I felt bad about some live streams that I've done over the years. I never particularly liked the confrontational ones, just a byproduct of being on the street. And I'm getting older now. And it can be argued that the streets are getting much more dangerous out there now. Yeah. Traffic, people making turns without looking, people running red lights, thugs on the streets, and all that. And I found when I started really drilling down on content over time, live streams, as I've said before, they don't get picked up in the algorithms of YouTube. They're just, I don't want to say they're just put into a warehouse on the side. But good videos take time to get traction and to come to life in the algorithm. So I expect when you look back after a year or so, you'll see another Friday Night in Tijuana. That might be closing in on 100,000 views like the first one. In other words, you have something that really becomes an engine of growth. Right? The more people that see that video, the more people that sub you up, it gets shared amongst people, and it shows YouTube that you're a serious content creator, and they like that. That's why I try to throw out tips once in a while about things that have changed in the system. Oh, Charlotte, you're welcome. Yeah, IP in that guilty pleasure, then turn it when someone comes in the room kind of way. Well, sometimes it is. I'm gonna be honest. I was happy to be in it at first, and then when I started examining it and looking at some of the things, there was just, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak negatively of it. It's because some people might think it's sour grapes or something like that, but it's, you always initially feel good that you're included in something, then you feel kind of bad when you're given the boot. But then when you think about it, that type of thing can draw you into what you're trying to get away from. You know, more streaming and more stuff like that. So, you act like a Richard, so I said, oh wow, Teresa. Yitzhak is just a funny guy. I've known Yitz for a while. He's one of the funniest people in there. But it's, I know Flat Ronnie had a problem with Kev. And let's face it, when you live stream, you lay yourself open for critique and criticism and what you're eating and how much you're eating and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we gave it a shot. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. I'm going to grab a soda and move ahead here. So I'm glad to have my guitar today, huh? I fell into that burning ring of fire. Down. Burn. That ring of fire. The ring of fire. Do. Ba-da-ba-ba-boo. I love Johnny Cash. Huh? If I could just sing the refrain all the time. Down, that burning ring of fire. Down, that burning ring of fire. I fell into that burning ring of fire. Yeah, Kev knows who he's in, and Kev's having a blast. We would like to go down to Acapulco. I would like to go to Buenos Aires. I'm going to try to send my passport into renewal. I would like to go to Honolulu. I think that would be exciting. I told you 2021 is going to be the year of travel and adventuring for me. And I can't tell you, well, I can. A lot of you travel. A lot of you have money. A lot of you have the ability to go places and do things. And you can go in comfort and style. I go kind of like a heathen and, flying low to the ground. Sometimes you smash into some trees and things, i.e. staying in hostels and crap like that. But that's the colorful part of life, right? But man, when you land at a place and you're like, wow, I got this whole joint to explore. I got this whole city. And I don't find myself asking traditional questions. I'm like, where's the jail? Who died here? Right? The hell happened in Chinatown down here? Tell me the story, man. Tell me the story. Right? Thank you, Christopher. Tell me the story. That's just exciting to me. And that's just a never-ending parade of opportunities for content and opportunities for content from my own viewpoint of the things that I like to see. I've looked at so many travel videos and slobbered and drooled at the great cinematography and the big cameras they're wielding around and all that, but they don't necessarily have the interest in things that I do. You'll have some big time video, Matt LeBlanc and some other ones out there, and they'll go and they'll be very genuine in the early years. They're very enthusiastic. They got that fire in their belly. They're living close to the ground. They're hosteling it. They're tripling up in hotel rooms and things like that. And then you really get up there, and then people start offering you, like he's in Indonesia and Bali, and they're giving you this, the finest hotel in Bali to stay. Man, after 2 months of this, I'd unsub the channel. It's like, what the hell happened, right? I didn't turn in to watch Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach. You should go to the South, much better. Yeah, I'm going to, Chef. Oh, well, thank you, Glenda. That's sweet of you. Is all up on this dark, lonely on the crime and rat sitting time you find the cemetery. What's up, Joni? How you doing? Joni's a guitar player. Hey, Twin Thang. Thank you, sweetie. Good to see you tonight. Hey, Lulu. Um, I unsubbed the channel from a guy that's got well over 1 million subs because he just, I don't know, he kind of lost. He was, people go from doing, I don't know. I guess I can't relate to rich experience where a hotel room is $800 to $1,500 a night. I mean, what's the point? Except to shake your ass in front of people's face and, with your tail feathers all popped up and just show everybody what they're knocking at. Take me to the real, take me to the real stuff. You know, let's get to the red zone a little bit, right? Let's kind of push the envelope a little bit, right? Champagne wishes and caviar dreams. So I mean that's kind of the way I feel about it. So I'm very interested in non-traditional tourism, as you guys can already tell. The food scene is one thing. People love food reviews. As I say, none of these videos immediately get big views, but once they get ingrained into the YouTube algorithm, then they fly. And you get a couple nice travel videos in there, and if you're lucky enough to be monetized or something like that just becomes, it literally becomes a printing press. Now, I'm not so much focused on the money as a lot of other people are that, whose name shall not be named, but it's a nice byproduct of doing what you're doing. Just like a high dollar person, I can get a whole word. Yeah, exactly, Twin Thang. And busted out there. Oh, yeah, thank you, chef. Yes, I've eaten chicken feet. Yeah, many times. You make eating a hamburger in the parking lot fun. I think that's on tap for tomorrow night. We got Chuchin. I think I got to work a bit in the afternoon, so I'm gonna get a couple burgers and hang out a little bit, and maybe do a chooch tomorrow night. So very well. Oh well, thank you, Mustang Sally girl. Is it envelope or envelope? I always called it an envelope, but I always called it an ambulance, right? They used to laugh at me in Pennsylvania. Ambulance, right? We always called it funeral parlor, not a funeral home, right? Down the funeral parlor, right? Because I don't know. In my day, people would be laid out in their living room parlor, right? We didn't know any better. Yeah, I want to get Bobby to come down because I'm doing his taxes. Had a nice time with you. Take care. Okay, take care, Priscilla. Thank you. Yeah, this is what Joey D gave me this from Hot August Nights in Reno. Every August except last August. So, yeah, Bobby's got to come so I get the tax. Oh, my stimulus check will be sent March 26th. I looked it up. I'm excited about that. Do, 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 do. I fell into that burning ring of fire. Do, do, do. So I kind of think with Chris coming out west, now I don't know if he's coming to Santa Rosa or not. I'm not like that. I don't push people. I don't question people about things like that. Man, you do your you do you do what you want to do. And but I think it would be good. I'm very eager. Like I said, I need to get some dental work done in Los Algodones. Nothing major, just some cleaning and just a routine checkup and some X-rays and things like that. So it could work out good. And I know Yuma very well, and Yuma's an incredibly, uh, I don't even know how to describe it, guys. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I do have Yuma videos. But Yuma, to me, is one of the most, in a lot of ways, one of the most hard scrabble Western towns that there is. It's very, it's relatively old. Of course, it's got the Yuma prison, which the movie The 310 to Yuma or whatever made famous. territorial prison at Yuma there, which is kind of interesting. I haven't gone into the inside, but it's so craggy. You know, it's got high bluffs here, and it's where three things come together: Arizona, California, and Mexico, plus an Indian tribe, all come together, reservation land. And it's very fascinating. It's only about, how you doing, Jesse Scott? It's only about 10 miles to where you can park your car. The Indians, Native Americans have a parking lot over there at Los Algodones, and it's, you know, it's 100 feet from the entrance to you know, the gate to go through the border at Los Algodones. So it's kind of, but that town, yeah, Yuma's an interesting town, and it's very. I find the videography and cinematography opportunities tremendous there. I mean, got weird trains snaking through town, and I mean, it's just all that. Used to the lowest of the low back when I was a kid. Chicon. Well, it is. It's not the highest of the high, Teresa. Hey, honey badger. But it has climbed the scale as a place that retirees do enjoy staying. And I stayed at a motor court that was put up in the 1930s, and my biggest remembrance of that night was the freaking motorcycles running around all night. Of course, Missy Jan, when her head hits the pillow, she's gone. For me, I'm like, oh God, hey, you should shift there. All night long, drinking mineral water. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, the old bridge is super cool, and the train comes. There's a lot of chances for some great videos, and there's stories to be told in that town too. Believe it. There's some deep stories to be told, and it's got nothing to do with the territorial prison. Remember, people are like, oh, the 310. You got to visit Yuma. Yuma was just a damn destination of the train. Okay, get it right. Right. It's like Alcatraz. Nobody was ever executed at Alcatraz. All right. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Good to see you. Yeah, so the old bridge is super cool. So I think the possibility of Yuma, it'll give me a chance to hang out with Tara a bit too. And maybe hit Palm Springs. Maybe get a little bit of fun in the sun, and I think that could be kind of fun. I have a real good friend that I would like to meet in Palm Springs. I don't know if his friend will be on video or not, but Palm Springs is another cool town, I think, to explore. Yeah, you didn't want to be walking the streets of Yuma. Hey, Ward, how you doing? Have you experienced any ghosts in your travels staying at old places? The last ghost I experienced was down at the Cecil, Hotel Cecil. Now, I know there's some residents that live in there, but I know what floor the residents live on at the Hotel Cecil. I know, all right? And I know ain't nobody living on that floor that I saw something at that window, and you can see it on the video too. It literally looked like somebody had like I don't know what the hell it was. It just looked like a sheet, or I don't know what the hell it was. And it was a damn ghost. People say, Rosie, would you stay at the Hotel Cecil? No. If we gave you $500, would you stay at the Hotel Cecil? No. You give me $500, I'm not going to stay. I'm not going into the Haunted Museum in Vegas. I've already turned down $500 to stay at the Oasis Motel in Vegas where Stu Unger is. Are you kidding me? The stained bedspread, the spirits that infest and haunt that place. You're basically saying, yeah, bring it on, man. Have demonic mental intercourse with me. Yeah, come on in. Okay. It ain't going to happen in this lifetime. You know, it's just certain things I will not do. Paranormal stuff, Scott Clark, freaks me out. There was somebody yelling up. I have no idea what's going on up there. And I don't care. You wait to see the stories come out from contractors working on that job. Okay. I'm going to tell you, they're going to be taking some walls down. They're going to be ripping down some plaster walls, taking up floorboards. Yeah, you're going to find some shit coming out of that place. I wouldn't be surprised if you see bodies underneath the floor, money in the walls, all kinds of crazy. Yeah, mental sex, exactly. Yeah, how you doing, monkey boy? Yeah, you met up on the guy the night you were there. I don't want anything to do with that. I feel an infestation. If I tell you guys, I stood on that front street on Main Street, surrounded by tents behind me, people in various state of disrepair and decay around me on the street. And when you came onto that block and the next block where that Cecil Hotel Cecil was, I would be willing to bet my life that that temperature was several degrees colder than the other places. Kev never wants a jacket, right? Kev's usually sweating when it's snowflakes, right? He's suddenly cold, in that area. It's a weird phenomenon. Are you afraid of the movie, anything where the ghost? I can't use that word on my chat, Carla. I read it out, rapid. I just have to take that out. You're gonna mentally blank you. I'm telling you guys, why do we? I don't know. Why do we tempt this stuff? Pardon me, cream in my coffee for dinner. If you believe in the spiritual good, if you believe in things like karma, if you believe in, a chance to talk to the monks, and if you haven't seen that video of that first Vietnamese monastery in America, you're depriving yourself of an incredible sensory experience, okay? Right, but I'm just telling you, there was a presence in there of peace and calm. It was almost a presence of like no harm could come to you within that place. Okay? If you believe in God, if you believe in something called the Holy Spirit, right? Which is supposed to be what's still on earth after the resurrection of Jesus Christ, right? The Trinity, the Holy Ghost will be with you, Holy Spirit will be with you. To me, it's not a great leap. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? To me, it's not a great leap of imagination or belief to understand that there could be evil and unexplained evil that happens in the world. Look at the case of Richard Ramirez. What you can talk about torturing animals or whatever. I haven't read the guy's whole story. But what is there in a person's mind that's been born, raised? I didn't hear that much unusual about his out of the ordinary. Schooling, right? Gets out, tries to get on with life, and then suddenly just becomes the personification of evil. I mean, here's, in my opinion, the worst mass murder, the most psychotic, deranged mass murderer in history. And to take out people regardless of age and gender, 8 to 80 and stuff. I mean, in other words, is everything that we think is everything that we think is wrong with some people psychological? Are we so sure? Are we so sure that some people don't get infested with demonic forces? I don't know. Think about it. The Catholic Church thought it was enough of it to have rites of exorcism, which are full rites of the church recognized. And a few other churches have that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm closing the circle here a little bit. How you doing, Chris? In my life, since I have such a strong belief that places can be infested with evil, bad things can happen to people that stay there. I think if bad spirits find a great feeding ground of misery and despair, then yeah, people start jumping out windows. People start running people through with knives, cutting people's heads off, and chasing up to water tanks and dying in a water tank and polluting the water for the place. You don't understand where I'm going? Gabriel Fernandez's parents were nuts. Yeah, yeah. So Jeffrey Dahmer was worse, but not in a way of not be. You know, the thing with Richard Ramirez was just how it was. For lack of a better way, it was spin the wheel. I pick you. You're gonna die today. I don't believe any other killer was as randomizing as he was, which made him the most dangerous of all. I'll tell you about a haunted place I live actually stole stuff. You know, I'm not sure, Glenda. Yes, I do believe in evil spirits. If you believe in the Holy Spirit, spirits of good, then it's not so much of an imagine. It flies in the face of science. This is what people find so hard to digest, because we do live in a scientific age where we do want to see proof and we demand that things make sense in a natural order of physics and other things. Although we know things in our own life, we've seen miracles performed that have no explanation in medical science. People have been cured of diseases through the intervention of miracles. People have walked again. I mean, how do you explain? And I don't know how many of you have ever gone to St. Joseph Oratory, which is a very famous cathedral in Montreal. Okay. And one of the most striking things that I remember about visiting that was looking up at those walls and seeing all those crutches and canes. And there had to be literally hundreds or thousands of them hanging on that wall. You know, or places like Lourdes and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of things that just can't be so easily poo-pooed in life, and where science leaves off. I think things like theology and things like that take over. Yeah, I really do. So I really do. Yeah, I think there's something to that. Bill Elson, I believe in crystal light. You went to St. Joseph High School. So I lived in a haunted house when I was 51. Remember, they're always moving on their own. But it's a place you're at now in Mexico. No, this regular Joe, this is my home in Santa Rosa, California. Power and prayer and all that. I had a church, I'd put an ATM in it. Yeah, well, people are putting it into they're putting it into the ATM. They're not taking it out loose. You're in the wrong direction, man. You're on the wrong side of that deal. There's a lot of chicanery in church. I got a lot of blowback from people for my number one video is standing next to Jimmy Swaggart and having my picture taken with him and showing you guys the whole service at the Christian Family Worship Center down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yep. There's chicanery too. But if you believe in that, there's always redemption also. So wasn't that Crystal like her? Yeah, Linda Evans from Dynasty. I remember that. I was never big Linda Evans. I mean, I liked her on The Big Valley, right? I mean, she looked more wholesome and, she just looked more together. Oh, for donations. Okay, so nobody should apologize. Nobody need to apologize to their face. But it's strange that we live in a time where we came in up, consider the United States and the founding of the United States and how totally uber religious most of the people, the leaders were with churches and um, attending churches and being real cornerstones in the community and all that, and always being a president. Whether you were even on the Confederate side, Jefferson Davis went to church every Sunday in Richmond, the provisional capital of, the Confederacy and stuff. I mean, we lost that, right, because of science. But I wonder if that's to the detriment. Sometimes I really wonder. I don't know. And I'm not a prime example of it either, right? How you doing, someone's princess? Good to see you. There's a very sweet gal on our channel I love a lot. So Linda had the same hair all 9 seasons of time. Dynasty. Yeah, they went right after Dallas, didn't they? So I don't know, guys. I'm telling you. I've been, and you guys have been with me for years. No, I've walked a lot of weird places. I've had a lot of rough encounters over the years with thugs on the street. Remember some guy trying to pin me against the wall in Oakland with his jacked up Chevrolet because I was in Cambodian territory down there. And some of those areas, some of the other places I go at night, there's definitely presences in graveyards. And which is why I don't like it when people come up and touch me and spook me and because you're messing around there, right? And it shouldn't really be that. I don't know. Yeah, that's it, Teresa. We all remember what's scary. We had in our neighborhood spooky energies. Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you guys, the Cecil is world class evil on an epic scale. He just, I don't know what it is. It's just, there was, I don't even tell these guys this. I was looking at one guy on this. I wasn't even going to bring this up because people just, oh, you're full of shit, right? So sometimes you just want to keep stuff to yourself. But I sat down, not sit down. I was standing around down there, right? And I happened to look over at this guy who was sitting on the ground, and I wasn't a guy that had his cock out peeing against the side of the building or whatever. But man, for like almost a full second, this guy's eyes were red. I don't mean like just bloodshot red. I mean they were just like it just looked ruby red. And I'm trying to think to myself, man, am I seeing a reflection of, like I'm looking around for, and I'm like, there's nothing there, man. This guy's just leaning against a post, against the building, one of the columns. There's no light, and the guy's just literally just drool is just coming out of his mouth. And I mean, I'm just like, wow, man. Wow. Scott says, I wonder what happened to the Cecil all those years ago. Probably a violent murder or suicide. Problem is, Scott Clark, you're looking at the #1 murder and suicide place in LA. Let's talk about the history of that place. That place starts out as with all the high hopes of so many places in LA in the 1920s that are built on an epic scale, 1923 or whatever, 1926. 3 huge buildings, enormous buildings, well built, great core. Then what happens? A little something called the Great Depression comes along. Guess what? They start falling behind on their bills. Ain't nobody checking in to uphold a decent place to stay on Main Street. And pretty soon it degrades into a flop house. And it becomes such a flop house. And that's why I say watch the movie Barton Fink. Because it's loosely based on life at the Hotel Cecil. Okay? It's a Coen Brothers movie. It degrades so bad that when people are really down on their luck, it's literally the end of the line. So it is the end of the line. So in 1935, inexplicably, a Marine jumps off the building to his death. Okay. And then that just starts a series through the years. And I'm sure there's unsolved murders that people have gone out in bags that nobody's even known about. Okay. And it's just real, real, real. Uh, Scott Clark, it was Scott Clark. It's one of those things like you do a double take. You're looking over and you're like, geez, God, what is that? I've never seen anybody with, I don't even pink eye. I mean, somebody's got an eye infection or something. I'm talking about somebody's eyes are just glowing like, like the red on the top of that drink. And I turned away. I didn't even tell Cab. Cab would have been like, you better lighten up on the hormones or something, Rosie, you better slack back on something like that. Interesting. People have committed suicide off the empires, yet there is not the same feeling as it was at the Cecil. Nor is it the same at the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge conveys nothing of that. Right? Strangely enough. You can't tell me Niagara Falls has any of that presence. Just standing there. Yeah, Pop and I were standing there, and whoa, there goes a person over the falls. Hope you made it. I don't want to give you the heebie-jeebies, Mandy. And that's the lovely Mandy here. Good to see you, Mandy girl. So I'm not trying to give anybody the heebie-jeebies. But you notice shit when you're out on the street as much as I do. You notice stuff at graveyards. You start to notice temperatures. And I always thought this stuff was BS when you'd have these investigators, these paranormal investigators, and they would take thermometers with them, very accurate, sensitive thermometers. And I would be like, okay, let's do that. According to the laws of physics and Brownian motion and the diffusion of heat and particles, everything should be the same temperature, right? And then I walked down Main Street, and I felt like somebody turned the air conditioning on in part of that area. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, people can't commit suicide. Well, they'll figure out ways to do it, trust me. They'll figure out ways to do it. Look, if you want to do away with yourself, you'll do it. To me, it seems a bit dramatic, right? I mean, I don't want to call it, well, I'm going to leave it there. I'll leave it there. I don't want to say anything stupid, okay? But I'm just saying we've become so secure in our belief that science explains everything that I think we do that at our own peril. And that could explain a lot of the disorder in society, of which I might be a contributing factor to, and I recognize that. Right? So, something to think about. Yeah, they have some nets that go out, and they have these bars that go out, and then they have netting there. So, the Coronado Bridge, yeah, the Coronado Bridge was another very popular place for that, Jacob. Yeah, a lot of unexplainable thing. When the door was open to you and you could get into the Cecil compound, the air changed. It got dark. Teresa, I'm looking up at the window between the S and the M, and there's a window, and there's some figure in that window. Like Tito, G's like, yeah, I saw it. Tito, ain't nobody on that floor up there, right? They're not going to just randomly put people through. Hey, pick a room, any room, go where the hell you want. Ooh. Good night, Al. Good day, Elmer. Yeah, nets are installed at great cost because they have to maintain the beauty of one of the one of the greatest engineering marvels in the world. That's right. Um, so I don't know, guys. So I'm telling you, when I travel, I'm naturally drawn now to things like cemeteries I was very excited when Kev agreed me to take over to the Panteon Numero Uno, which was the #1 cemetery, the oldest one there. And what shocked me about that was compared to cemeteries I've been here, how beautifully maintained that is. I was like, oh my God. Santa Rosa Cemetery, every grave's over tilted, mausoleums are leaking green goo and some kind of gel substance. I mean, my God. Japanese have place scare. It's called. Yeah, I've heard that. Regular Joe. I've heard that. I've heard that. I would never. I won't go into the Cecil because you're just you're occupying a space on Earth. Okay. And I'm just saying there are limits to what science can explain. Science can't explain miraculous healings, right? Science can't explain how, Fleming is just working in the laboratory and just happens to notice a mold growing on the bread. That's weird. I wasn't even doing that. I wasn't even studying the bread, right? And there's a mold on it, and drop that mold into a petri dish, and all the bacteria are dying around it. Accident or miracle, right? Food for thought. Some of the things that I would say that we think are the greatest inventions, greatest medical breakthroughs and things, are they all just luck? It's an interesting thought. No, I never. I had people in the neighborhood that used a Ouija board, and one night in Baltimore, and it wasn't a savory neighborhood. A damn tow truck just rammed right through the side of their house and took out half the family. Okay, and these kids, this whole crew was just fascinated with Ouija boards because there was some weird. Harry Houdini spent a lot of time in Baltimore, Houdini, and there were a lot of spiritualists, Sister Amy Semper McPherson. There were always spiritualists and fortune tellers and things coming through town. And a lot of people were into that stuff. Okay. And then I saw, Parker Brothers comes out with the Ouija board, automatic writing, and no, somebody added it on the Christmas list or something like that. That was a pardon me, fuck no. Right, how you doing, Mark Von Jones? Good to see you, my friend. Another great content creator. Skinwalker Ranch, full of paranoia, absolutely terrifying events. You don't understand MK Michelob Ultra for these killers, huh? I'll bake a pie and make me make me giggle. How about if we just do a little more singing intermission, right? Yeah, you were telling me, Snooker B. I mean, it's weird. Were you the one who told me that? You left a comment, Snooker. Yeah, I mean, can you go visit the spirits? I don't want to go. I wanted to go to a fortune teller one time, and then Bobby's like, "I'm not going to do that." I said, "Bobby, I'd like to get my palm read." He reaches into my pocketbook. He takes my Wet and Wild 911D stoplight red. He opens it up and makes my palm red. It's like, now you got your palm red. It's like, you son of a bitch. It's like, really? I don't do that stuff. I just, I don't know. I don't think that, is that healthy for you? Yeah, cigarette girl, Rosie, exactly. How you doing, Vicky? It had me watching Disney movies all week together. It's just bad. I tell you, don't go down there. Don't go down to that place. Do not go down there. All right, it's too dangerous. Hole in the middle and a corn cob holder. We'd roll out a huge, put out a hand, and ask a question. That's pretty cool, Jennifer. Uh, you know, Bobby's wise, yeah. So I've just always been disinclined to. I like to be on the periphery of that, but I don't know. I don't know. It just makes me crazy. Just makes me crazy. Oh, there's my stepsister of the same name, Rosie Murphy, comes in. Roll out a huge piece of paper. I'm not sure if Disney is much better with their legend background. I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens in Hollywood, but most places you'll find that big money intersects with sex and things like that. That's another pit of evil. I think you'd like to have your dreams analyzed. That'd be all right. That'd be all right. But I'll tell you guys, this last week has shown me get yourself off screens, out of your comfort level. Good for this. It is. Like I told you, McDave, when I pulled back and 2021 is going to be the year of travel. You guys know I've worked my ass off to get this place to a point. I've streamlined a lot of stuff. Next week I'm committed to helping the boss and Janet. I guess it'll be next week. And then it's back on the travel again, right? So I feel like for them, I've given 100% of my effort as they've given me over the years to really pay them back in spades for all their kindnesses that they've shown me. That helps me be in a better frame of mind when I travel. I've also accepted the fact mentally that I'm not going to be getting a conversion van. I'm not going to be getting a Class B. It's not going to happen. Okay, it's just not going to happen. But that makes me want to be creative with the van, right? Because summer's coming, and it's nice to boondock in the van and see what I can make out of that. See what I can make out of that rig. I mean, it's going to be another exciting chapter to see if how I can make that work out for me. So. Oh, Shemay, you're sweet, honey. I pray for you and your mom. And yeah, Shemay sent me a nice picture of her and her mom. They're just fantastic. They just don't. I don't know. There's certain people you can look at them and you just know that they're feeling good in their hearts. They're feeling 100% on their game. Oh, well, thank you, Regular Joe. If you enjoy it, share that on your social media to other people. That would be awesome. Traveling with a Sizzig and an occasional Motel 6. That's a good way to travel, Rick. It's a good way to travel. I did find, though, on my 43 nights of the Great Midwest Van Tour of 2019, I did find that I was able to save a lot of money. Those 40 nights, let's say $60 a night if I was lucky, I'd be looking at a $2,400 hotel bill, right? I didn't spend one thin dime on hotels. Of course, the Planet Fitnesses were open and everything like that, but I think there's other ways to maintain your hygiene while you're rolling along too without having to pay for that. How do you do power? I have a jacker owner that will help power things. Yeah, I'm getting kind of mixed reviews. I remember there's something attractive to me about putting my life in January. Yeah, there is, Darlene. There is something attractive to me. That's a very good point. Darlene says, always remember your quote, there's something attractive to me about putting my life in danger. Not skydiving, but taking risks to learn and feel in scary places. Yeah. I think that's when you feel most alive because you feel like the life is most precious and can be taken from you at any moment in those situations. You go around a corner, you don't know what's waiting for you, right? I'm so tempted you guys remember I'm in Tijuana and I'm drawn to that alley of doom and I see sketchy people, figures on the side against the walls and I'm thinking, I'm going into my trance. If I need to go down this alley, I need to check this out. you know, and it was a close call. The only reason I really didn't go down because I didn't want to freak anybody out that was watching. Because God forbid something did happen, you guys would probably be at a total loss to figure out what the hell to do. You know? Don't drink the bear broth. There you go, Bruce. Don't drink the bear broth. Except yet praying a state. Yeah, Betty, let it give a chance to. If you got your second dose, I got my second dose at 9. When did I get it? 9:30 in the morning. I think it was, and I was good till 10 p.m. that night. Then it kind of hit me. Not in a super major way, but I was kind of funky for a couple of days. But then I got the feeling better. So that's awesome. 25-mile-an-hour residential zone. I got dopes doing 90 down here, so never know when you're going to check out. Yeah, Nightbot's posting a link to my Rosie Murphy channel. If you're not subbed up over there, it's one of my stated goals for 2020 to migrate my live streams over to more and more of my live streams, except, you know, I mean, I'm just talking about our regular, like, chewing the fat kind of live streams like now. Our, quote, epic content, unquote, live streams will still be on this channel. But if you do like to hang out and just have drama-free and just some good conversation, then I would suggest that you sub up too. Okay, Scott, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Great to see you. Scott Clark, a longtime supporter of the channel here. Tattoo Crazy, thank you. Food in Mexico. Food in Mexico. You don't really hear about much about intestinal illnesses and things like that in Mexico because, like the Chinese diet, which virtually everything is cooked, and I do mean everything. You don't have salads. You might have soybeans in the shell, the edamame, you just pop them out and eat them. Mexican diet is a lot of the same way, although the Chinese will eat a lot of produce, but they cook it. Choy sum, bok choy, and mustard greens, and those are just delicious. Almost everything in Tijuana is cooked. I mean, the fruit, you'd be a little cautious of fruit and things like that. Things where they're using knives and where they may not have cleaned the outside. I don't eat fresh fruit off the street. But I'll tell you, yeah, the Caesar salad was invented. Yeah, we know the place right there in Tijuana. But as far as street food is concerned, I don't think you need to have any fear whatsoever. Man, look at my videos when I was there with Elvis. I'm shoehorned into this shop that's got dirty green walls that are full of grease, greasy ass wooden table, you know, people sitting up, standing in the front with the guy cooking. The ceiling's about 6 feet 2 inches. You know, the ceiling's real low. It's about 1,000 degrees. People were sweating like pigs. But there was one thing that had me there. The guy was frying chicken. All right. And I got myself a nice thigh for like 80 cents and chomped down on that bad boy. And it was some of the most delicious chicken I ever had in my life. And some of the coolest company that I had to eat it. And they're the experiences that stick with you. It's not going to be the Holiday Inn in Honolulu. It's not going to be you know, the Hilton in Nags Head, North Carolina, right? There's nothing wrong with staying at those places. But man, when you're like me and you wanna literally taste the earth, you just wanna be down and dirty with these folks, I'll tell you. Those eating experiences, street tacos for $1, fully loaded. Oh, so good. Hey, Sugarcane, welcome back. Want to get about 20 found? I hope all are safe. And oh, good for you, Sugarcane. That's right. Fried chicken is always worth everything. That and bacon, and it's just you can go back and watch. I put it on a video that I mean, you could see that place I ate the chicken in was a place that it would have been condemned in America. It would have the door would have been boarded up. The owner would have been put in jail, and just it would be horrendous. Yet the food this guy was kicking out was beyond belief. To sit there on a scrubby three-legged stool and eat that, and they're looking at me, and I'm just smiling. I mean, they're looking at me like I'm gonna fall over or something. Oh, okay, I will do that, Princess. Thank you, sweetie. In case I forget, Princess, if you could maybe shoot that link to my Gmail. Yeah, the Mexican prison Hilton. I wrote a letter to the principale, the principal down there. I hope the translation was good. I would like a chance to visit that prison. And sometimes you'll be surprised. You may immediately think there ain't no way. But it's all how you frame things. If you want to give an honest overview and you do have a legitimate travel and a legitimate YouTube channel, you would be surprised. Like in this country, when the pandemic's over, I'm going to be riding around with an LA cop. I'm going to be riding around with a Las Vegas cop. Okay? It's going to be some epic stuff. Did I van camp in Mexico? I've never driven my own personal vehicle into Mexico. Um, Kev did not get supplemental insurance. If something were to happen and he couldn't come up with an agreed upon money to repair a vehicle, he could have ended up with the guy he's waiting for you up on the wall. I would have no fear driving there with insurance. And they also say the road from Tijuana to Rosarita and Ensenada is the best road in the country. So I think that's really good. Yeah, all the Coca-Cola is made with real cane sugar. Rusty's like, I'm a puppy just listening and accepting. Yeah, I can make it like new. It does make sense. Thank you, EJ. If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up button, we're so close to 150. Hey, Lee Marie, how are you? Gotta go. Take care, darling. I'm having a fun time tonight. T-shirts. Yeah, it's one of these days. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. It's been gotta remember my notes, my chords on that one. Mexican Diet Coke packed a great buzz when I drank it per to US for it's so hard to find diet drink. The only diet drink you can really find, I did have one diet Coca-Cola and it tasted about the same. Hi Susan. But I had a real Coca-Cola and I don't drink full sodas, I don't drink like I always will drink a diet, something like Diet 7 Up like I'm drinking now. Man, that Mexican real cane sugar Coke, it kind of it was like the way I remembered it as a kid, right? I mean, it tasted so damn good. We're walking across the border. Parking's pretty cheap. It was like, you know, we paid like, you could park for 24 hours for $5 at the place. It was pretty secure. Once you clear like the crazy traffic circle when you come into Tijuana, then I think the driving is pretty good around there. And I don't think I wouldn't take a Benz in or anything. I didn't see any real fancy cars. Okay, no Americans are driving fancy ass Beamers and Cadillacs and all that. You just don't see them you don't see them down there none. Oh, you drove to Acapulco. How was the drive down there and then to Oaxaca? That's pretty cool. I'm just doodling around, guys. Hey, who's that pretty lady? Huh? There's a vision of loveliness suddenly appears. Hey Thomas, how are you? Drive was good except some spots that are horrible. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, nice to see you, Cyanide. Yeah, I've added a guitar to my repertoire now. Because I need to write my own song about crossing the border again. It was such an epic life-changing PTSD inspiring journey that I felt inspired to go to the pawn shop today. I need that red rose in my hair. That's right, Shemay. Where in the hell did my rose go? I don't know where in the hell it went tonight, but you're right, girl. Yeah, I love acoustics. It's fun. I'm sure I get a lot of blowback to, oh, Rosie sucked ass on that. So let's see. I've updated the channel. I put a new channel gateway picture and welcome. I've got new playlists up there. If you've not seen the Mexico travel, now you can just go down and hit the playlist. It'll just play right through all of the videos nonstop. And you one after another, the whole doggone trip will just come out for you. So it'll be good. Yeah, full of surprises there. Other people say full of something else, Rusty. I don't know. Yeah, I need that red rose. Yeah, we're only 4 away from 150. My goal was to be able to. You just can't do it. I mean, you reach a certain age, it's impossible. You know, I like the Gypsy Kings, Pharaoh, do 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 do. You know, the federale stopped us and made us get out of the car. I thought we were going to get shot. They had to spray our feet, the carpets, and the tar for. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Jan, it might be more likely. And there's, you know, for my chat, you guys know Jan and Bruce Adams Van Adventures. They travel. They consistently travel. I would say more than anybody else, more than the rest of the Boyd put together. Not that they're Boyd, but more of the rest of this community. They've been traveling for so many years. Cruises all around the U.S. That I think Jan and Bruce really put up some great content, and I'd like to see them get more play. Well, thank you, Cyanide. Aren't you sweet? Thank you, sweetie. When we're little in Guadalajara, Coca-Cola right down the street, you could see the drinks being made right there through the window. Oh, that's pretty cool, EJ. Pretty cool. And EJ, EJ's up a little later with us tonight. That's nice. So, Cyanide, I hope everything's good with you, honey. I wish I could remember the chords for that song. Oh, you guys are sweet. You make an old sea dog feel good. Boy, my fingers are hurting. Note. I gotta look that up. I'm missing a chord on that. Girl, does it ever get better? Oh, well, thank you guys. We put it over 150 tonight. So, Betty Smith, good to see you tonight. Geez, I didn't even know they had that. Kev TV and I would like to go down to Mexico City. I would also like to see Guadalajara, which is the arts capital of Mexico. Guadalajara. Acapulco, I think it's good value because it's level 4, but everybody says it's, you know, you can go, no problem at all, just don't go dicking around, which means I'll be dicking around, and probably once you go into that white van, it's pretty much a done deal, right? There ain't coming out of that. Yeah, the never a dull moment. Oh, thank you, Rusty. Hey, poor Kitten Cat. Look at what Kitten Cat wrote. Oh, my God. Mine her second time around at B7. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. I got to work on my B7. That's what I'm missing. Let me see something. I don't even know. I just play mainly by ear. I don't know. Like I play piano. I don't even remember that. I don't even. Hi, Raju. You're a perfect representation, you are, of the low life of India. How you doing? Yeah, thank you. F you, F you. I should have let Kitten Cat take one out for old time's sake there, yeah. mm. Mm. Ah. Oh, well, thank you, Ashley. I think we'll have some fun with it. Like I say, I've already started to write my song. See my scrawl here of, right. It's kind of a wreck right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. Pardon me. I'm gonna sing a story of a night spent away in a Tijuana town down Mexico way. It's a story of San Ysidro. I call it the blues. It's a border crossing nightmare. I don't know what I got. I don't know. I'm making a good song, guys. I'm making a blues song here. Making a blues song. So I want to set it to the video I have. First, I'm going to post the video, and then I'll go back later and fit it to the song. I don't know. You like my mother, she never ever read music, she played the PA. I'm a play-by-ear person, that's what I am. If the name of the guitar is Rogue, I have the same one. I don't know, see, Kit and Kat, I don't got a ton of dough, so I went into the pawn shop, and it's something called a PV. Alright, so the guy had like tagged 75 bucks. I said, would you take 50 bucks for it? He said, yeah. And then he threw in a pack of strings, which I thought was pretty cool. Kick it in. That's it. As soon as my blisters get better, you know, as soon as my fingers get healed, get some calluses on them. A guy from Mexico who painted houses invited me to his house, and the walls were covered with the original. Oh man, that's amazing. My Rogue, mine was 404 new Black Friday. Well, hey Scottish, how you doing? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, well, thank you, Outer Banks. Which Jan Marie, I love the Outer Banks. I was in Corolla back in 2011. It was awesome. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? What a beautiful place to be, and I'm glad you enjoy the stream. Once again, if you guys enjoy any of the content, please go back and look at the Buddhist temple, the oldest Vietnamese Buddhist temple in America. I think it turned out really nice. Check out some of the other cinematic features there, and check out the playlist. It's all in a playlist now. All you have to do is sit down, get your morning coffee, and just hit play, and you can go through the from driving down and what it's like to cross the border and checking into the hotel and dinner the first night, riding around in a taxi, all good stuff. You bought it as decor. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm going to close it out. I'm going a little over 2 hours tonight. I know I got in earlier. It's not my usual time slot. I do got to kind of punch the clock tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys for being here. You bought an old house here and you're fixing it up by yourself. Okay. Well, good for you, Jan Marie. Good for you. Yeah, Jen, you be safe out there with the weather and everything, okay? Oh, well, thank you, Tattoo Crazy. You're real sweet. Thank you, Mustang Sally girl. Apiary, what is that, for birds or something? Spanish flamingo to play with his finger. Yeah, isn't that amazing, EJ? Isn't that amazing? Hot Frog, I'm sorry, I'm just rolling out for the night, my friend. Good to see you. Missed you, Cyanide. All right, everybody. PV from Meridian, Mississippi. Y'all have a good night now, and if you haven't hit the thumbs up on the way, I'd appreciate it. And if you've ever been curious about a Mexican jail, make sure you see that Tijuana one. It's not me visiting, but I unearthed some pretty cool stuff for the video today. So y'all you got here too late to discuss. All I know, Hot Frog, is my check is being mailed tomorrow. Or EBT card, whatever. Good night, Charla, and everybody else. Y'all have a good night tonight, and we'll see you on tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow night is Chooching, It's going to be hamburgers, the usual Spiel coffee. We'll walk around a little bit or do something. We'll have some fun tomorrow night. Maybe I'll pick up some beer or something. All right. We love you too. Take care, everybody.